Good people, what's going on? Episode 40, the Dome Podcast. So look, just following up from yesterday's episode 39 when I talked about uh the comment of albums not aging well, and that was based off a poll I did with Ready to Die versus It Was Written, and then some other guys had their own polls and own I guess competition between the two albums, and a lot of conversation came up, and so we've been talking about It Was Written and Ready to Die on Twitter for the last 2 days. A fun conversation, you know what I'm saying? And like I always say, I am not trying to change anyone's opinion. I was in college when Ready to Die and It Was Written were out and were released, and I love both. Nas is my favorite MC. Biggie is one of my top five favorite MCs. Biggie is top five all time forever. I've always said that Biggie might be the most complete MC of all time. Looking what he did on Life After Death was absolutely phenomenal, amazing. I never seen nothing like it. You know what I'm saying? But Nas is my favorite MC, and Nas is, I've said a few months ago that he might have eclipsed Rakim to me as the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? And if he's not, he's right there at the top. So just getting that part out the way, Nas and Biggie are both GOATs. Nas is my favorite MC. What Nas is doing right now has been just remarkable. 6 albums in 3 or 4 years, man, and things of that nature, man. So nevertheless, it was written, Ready to Die. It was written, came out July 1996. I was in summer school in college. And I never forget getting that joint and putting it in a Walkman and walking back to the campus, man, and from a record store called School Kids, right by UNCG. You know what I'm saying? And I was in Greensboro at the time, and I was not disappointed when I listened to It Was Written. I was like, man, now I stepped it up from Illmatic. Now I know the nostalgia with Illmatic, and I'm not saying Illmatic is not one of the greatest of all time. It's one of my top five albums in the culture. You know what I'm saying? But like I said the other day, some people wanted Illmatic 2, 3, 4, 5. Nas, Steve Stout, thank God for Steve Stout. They put together something phenomenal. It Was Written is a phenomenal album. It's one of the most lyrical albums of all time. I remember opening the CD, and back then we used to read the credits, man. So he had the lyrics. So if you go back, if you had the CD of It Was Written, it had the lyrics on it. You know what I'm saying? Amazing. Then the shout outs and everything like that. Of course, I ended up getting the tape and the CD because the tape had Silent Murder. So today we're going to talk about Ready to Die versus It Was Written track for track, because these guys on Twitter today, they 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 didn't use the albums as their sequence originally. They just took songs and matched them up. And one guy said actually the way they took the songs and matched them up actually helped Big. Well, I beg to differ, because what I do when I compare albums, and I have several episodes when I compare like Stillmatic versus It Was Written, and Godson versus Life Is Good, I believe, and Mill Against the World versus Machiavelli, Only Built for Cuban Links versus The Infamous. A lot. I did several of those last year when I started the podcast. But when I do albums against each other, I go track for track, intro to outro. I'm not mixing it up. I'm not blending it up. I'm not doing it to show favoritism to either artist, whether it's Biggie or Nas or anyone else I've ever done in my own little verses of albums. No, not at all. You do as the tracks are presented when the album is released. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're gonna do today, real quick. Not too long of an episode, but I wrote the information down as well because I feel like I don't want to miss any points on this. So looking at the albums, the intros, both intros aren't songs. You know what I mean? It was written. Intro was kind of like I think it was playing like a sample of Sam Cooke chains gonna come in the background, and it was like some slave stuff. Look at it, get the dogs, get the chain. There's gonna be a hanging tonight, you know what I'm saying, and all that. And then he talked a little bit, and AZ talked some with him, and all that. Was just talking. The intro to Ready to Die was him, Biggie being born, because Ready to Die is a concept album for the most part. Uh, and it's an amazing concept album. So nevertheless, those two the intros are, it's a wash. Now it comes to the first tracks. Things done change. versus the message. Now, this is something I contemplated back and forth earlier today as I finished my cycle. You guys know I'm a cyclist also. I finished my ride and I was thinking about this ride home. I was like, let me just put something together. And I listened to a lot of the music from both albums today, and I'm like, things that change versus the message are two of the best jump off songs from two of the greatest MCs ever. You know what I'm saying? Like you just can't. It's hard to pick one over the other. You know what I'm saying? It is going to depend on preference, probably. I'm going to go with Things Done Changed on Ready to Die because I remember that joint put me in a zone the first time I heard it. The way Biggie crafted the song. Remember back in the days when niggas had waves. I mean, it was so relatable for cats. I know I'm sure for cats in New York and just for cats in general, man. Like Things Done Changed just kind of takes you on a trip, man. Like I really love it. Now the message, super lyrical. It caused a whole lot of controversy because I believe Pac at one point thought Nas was talking about him. Then another rumor was Nas was talking about Biggie on the message. Fake thug, no love, you get the slug. See before gusto, your luck low. I didn't know till I was drunk though. You freak niggas played out, get an 8 out. Prostitute, I got the gauge out. 96 ways are made out. I mean, so Nas was probably more lyrical on the message, but I think Things That Change is a better song. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give that edge to Biggie. Second track, Give Me the Loot versus Street Dreams. As much as I love Street Dreams and as much as I love Street Dreams remix, Give Me the Loot is doper. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Give Me the Loot is a doper song than Street Dreams. Now, if you feel different once this is posted, let me know what you think. But I think you'd be hard pressed to see someone who will say Street Dreams is better than Give Me the Loot. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. 2-Zip Ready to Die for me. And we'll go back and we'll assess some of my choices as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a score, but I have an alternate score or two as well, just for the sake of conversation to see what you guys think. Machine Gun Funk versus I Gave You Power. This one hurt my heart to even compare these because Machine Gun Funk with that Chief Rocker with that Laws of the Underground sample. Machine Gun Funk is one of my favorite songs on Ready to Die. And if I did a top 15 greatest songs from Biggie or even top 10, I might have Machine Gun Funk. I would have Machine Gun Funk in my top 10 favorite Biggie songs. That being said, I Gave You Power is one of the greatest rap songs of all time. I'm 7 inches, 4 pounds, been through so many towns. Ohio to Little Rock to Canarsie. I mean, Nas, of course we know that Organized Confusion has Straight Bullet and, Nas has I Gave You Power and then Pac had Me and My Girlfriend. So Nas and Pharoah Monch, and I've said this before, have a lot of similarities and they probably influenced each other, you know what I'm saying? Because just on a side note real quick, Nas had Undying Love on I Am and Pharoah Monch had Trilogy on Desire. You got I Gave You Power right here. They had Straight Bullet. Oh, another side note for anyone who don't know, and it's common knowledge now. Tupac studied It Was Written, and Tupac got idea of For Me and My Girlfriend from I Gave You Power. You know what I'm saying? So, but nevertheless, Pharoah and Nas have several songs though. They had Organized Confusion had In Vitro on Equinox, and then Nas had Fetus. You know what I'm saying? For the Lost Taste, I think it was originally going to be on I Am Autobiography double CD. I Gave You Power wins that one. I love Machine Gun Funk. I Gave You Power wins that 2-1 Biggie right now. The next track, 5. Now again, the intros are not songs. Warning, all right, against Watch Them Niggas. We love Watch Them Niggas, but truthfully, if you've been 100, Watch Them Niggas will be one of the weaker songs on It Was Written. Good song, cool song. I probably like a little bit better than Nas Is Coming. You know what I'm saying? Warning is legendary classic. Warning is better. So as you can see, and this is to my man, I hope if he's watching this, the sequencing that you guys had didn't help Biggie. This helps Biggie because this is the original track listing for both albums. You know what I'm saying? So you guys randomly pick songs, but I do the track listings for how they actually are released. You know what I'm saying? And right now, and I ain't saying it's gonna end up like this, but right now, as you can see, I personally think, to me, uh, that Biggie is up. Warning over Watch Them Niggas. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so now we at 1, 2, we at 3-1. Now, track 6 is the title track, Ready to Die versus Take It in Blood. This is one, it's a kind of toss up to me. Ready to Die, your, your face, my feet, they meet, we stumping. I'm ripping them seeds from Tallahassee to Compton. Biggie Smalls on a higher plane. Niggas say I'm strange deranged because I put the 12 gauge to your brain. Make the shit splatter. I just think Ready to Die title track is, for me, if I'm riding in the car, it gets me more excited than Taking in Blood. Taking in Blood is a lyrical, brilliant song, just like most of the songs it was written. But I'm gonna take the title track Ready to Die over Taking in Blood. Now, Taking in Blood is great. I even like Taking in Blood 2001, I believe. You know what I'm saying? Like Nas killed it. You know what I'm saying? Some people might pick Taking in Blood right here. I just think Ready to Die title track is a little bit doper. You know what I'm saying? I just do. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So now, we at like 4-1, what have you. 5-1, actually. Now, track 7. One More Chance versus Nas is Like. I mean, no, excuse me, Nas is Coming. I mean, are we gonna debate that one, or are we gonna just move on? I think we can move on from that one, right? I mean, One More Chance is better than Nas is Coming. Most people hate Nas is Coming. I actually think Nas is Coming pretty dope. I actually think that what him and Dre did, well, it kind of set off Dre working with a lot of East Coast MCs, because after that he did the Firm album. As far as overseeing, he did a couple of beats on the Firm album. I think he did Phone Tap and a few other joints on there. You know what I'm saying? And I like Nas is Like. I mean, I don't like the hook. I think the hook suck. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Nas is Coming. I don't know why I keep saying Nas is Like. Nas is Coming. The hook's up. You know what I'm saying? But I think the beat is okay, and I think the lyrics are flawless. But it's not better than One More Chance, man. Come on, get out of here. Now, track 8. The What featuring Method Man versus Affirmative Action. I was just talking about the Firm, right? I love Affirmative Action. I think it's a dope song. But I think the What with Method Man, the way Biggie and Method Man was going back and forth, you know what I'm saying? Man, it was like Ric Flair against Hulk Hogan. You know what I'm saying? That was a heavyweight joint. You know what I'm saying? Like the What is nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it was nuts then, it's nuts now if you listen to it. So that whole Ready to Die didn't age well crap, y'all can keep that and throw that shit in garbage can somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna take the What over Affirmative Action. You know what I'm saying? And I love Affirmative Action, but I'm taking the What over that. Meth was crazy, Big was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Let's be serious. All right, track 9. Now you see where this is going now. Right now we got, like 8-1. Now some people, and look, Nas my favorite MC. I'm just going by this is what the tracks is showing me. It could be 6-2, you know what I'm saying, or something like that to me. But nevertheless, let's go. Next track, number 9, Juicy versus The Setup. This is the one that we'll revisit on my second grading scale, because I'm taking Juicy here because when I think of hip hop, if I was introducing some young cat to hip hop and I had to give 10 songs for them to listen to, along with like The Message and you know what I'm saying, and L's Rock the Bells and G Thing or something like that, and Crossroad with Bone Thug, I would say Juicy. Juicy is a perfect rap song. I know Biggie didn't want to do it. I know if it was up to Biggie and not Puff, Ready to Die would be damn 15 Machine Gun Funks or what have you. But Juicy is a vital part. It's like Troy, Reminisce Over You with Pete Rock and CL Smooth. Juicy is one of the best and one of the greatest rap songs that people know every word to, like Ice Cube, Today Is a Good Day. So for the sake of this, Juicy wins as the better song. Now, the setup, Nas is rapping better. The setup for some underground cat who might be doing their own scoring and stuff like that, they're going to pick the setup. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a grim boom bap track. You know what I'm saying? And Nas killed it. So I understand if somebody say, I'm going to take the setup right here. I'm taking Juicy. All right. Track 10, Everyday Struggle against Black Girl Lost. Everyday Struggle is my favorite Biggie song. All right. That's just what it is. I mean, it's a great song. It fits Ready to Die theme perfectly. I don't want to live no more. I'm such a different when it was my dope. I mean, everyday struggle, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a perfect song for the album. Black Girl Lost actually got some flack. I laughed during the Jay-Z Nas battle because Jay said, "Is it Uchi Walla Walla? Is it what Mike? Is it Black Girls Lost a Short and OE for Ice? I've been real all my life, whatever." But anyway, every time I hear Black Girl Lost, I think about how Jay-Z went hard on the Blueprint 2 diss track. But I love Black Girl Lost, man. It's dope. It's a conscious joint, you know what I'm saying, or what have you. But I mean, let's be serious. Everyday Struggle is a better song, man. All right, now, do y'all think I'm being biased right now? I'm giving y'all what I'm giving you. You know what I'm saying? So as of right now, if you look at it, I'm looking at like, Biggie wiping them out a little bit right now with the way the tracks are set up. I mean, again, it could be 7-3 maybe. You know what I'm saying? Biggie, I think maybe even 8-4 Biggie. You know what I'm saying? With the way it's set up. Now I got it worse than that, but it could be 8-4. Sorry. It could be I don't know, man. I have them kind of killing Nas right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I have it, man, 8 to well, 9-1. You know what I'm saying? I think 8-2-9-1, something close to that. But we'll get back to that part. So now I got track 11, Me and My Bitch versus Suspect. I love Me and My Bitch, man. It's one of my top 5 songs on Ready to Die, but Suspect is better. Suspect is probably one of my top 3 songs on It Was Written. I mean, I think Nas was absolutely fabulous on Suspect. You know what I'm saying? Like that joint was insane, incredible. You know what I'm saying? So Nas is gonna win round 11 with Suspect with Me and My Bitch. Now number 12 is Big Papa. I love Big Papa, but 12, but number 12 for Nas is Shootouts. I think Shootouts is probably one of Nas' top 10 stories. Flow was fabulous. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with Shootouts over Big Papa. 13 is Respect. I love Respect. You know what I'm saying? Respect hard. You know what I'm saying? Respect is hard, but it's going up against Live Nigga Rap. And I'm giving that to Nas. Live Nigga Rap is just gonna win. You know what I'm saying? As you see, Nas is going strong at the end. Suspect, Shootouts, Live Nigga Rap, all 3 of them win. You know what I'm saying? 14 is one of the worst songs for me that Biggie has ever recorded. Friend of Mine, I hate that song. You know what I'm saying? I've been very clear in saying that Friend of Mine should have been left off that shit, and they should have put Who Shot You on there, or one of the songs that ended up on Born Again. The song was Sadat X could have been on here. I think it was on one of the original demos or leaks or something, Ready to Die. But the song Come On, Mother, Come On was Sadat. That should have been right there with Friend of Mine. Should ain't been on that shit sucked. You know what I'm saying? And it's going against If I Rule the World. So If I Rule the World is 20 times better than Friend of Mine. So Suspect, Shootouts, Live Nigga Rap, If I Rule the World, all 4 of those rounds went to Nas, closing things out pretty strong as far as like the albums. Now, obviously, 15, this song Unbelievable. So, like I said earlier, if you had the tape of It Was Written, Silent Murder's on there. It's the bonus track for the cassette, basically, whatever. So, Silent Murder gets Unbelievable. Now, Silent Murder will make my greatest hits Nas songs, but it ain't better than Unbelievable to me. Primo and Biggie, that's the joint right now in the car. When you play it right now in the car, on the East Coast, it bangs, man. Unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? Again, this whole and it age. What y'all talking about? What are we talking about here? That's foolishness. Unbelievable bangs. One of Primo probably more popular songs that if you put it on right now, around a bunch of hip hop heads, they'll lose their mind, and they'll lose their mind more if they hear Unbelievable than if they hear Silent Murder. And I love Silent Murder. He said something like, "It's sort of like the conclusion, the color purple. Niggas is losing." He killed it. I mean, not Nas more lyrical on Silent Murder than Biggie was on Unbelievable. As a matter of fact, but Unbelievable wins. So I can't use Suicide Thoughts, which is the end of the concept of Ready to Die. I can't use it because there's no other song for It Was Written, unless you're going to use Street Dreams remix. And Suicide Thoughts is to me just iller. You know what I'm saying? So I have several potential scores. I have 9-5 or 8-6. 9-5 Biggie, 8-6 Biggie. You know what I'm saying? If I was real generous with giving like taking the blood over Ready to Die, you know, uh the setup over Juicy just for the sake of whatever, and maybe the message over Things Done Changed, then we talking about 7. Well, I still would have it. No, yeah. I mean, well, I'm using the bonus tracks too. Uh, so now 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And, so yeah, I mean, I'm still looking at a couple potential scores. I think out of 15 songs, I mean, I think 8-7 would be like the best I could do for Nas. Be honest with you, but it's looking like, sorry guys, I had my number off. Apologize. I looked at the intro stuff. I got like 9-6 Biggie. I think my final score was like 9-6 Biggie. You know what I'm saying? And at worst it would be 8-7 Biggie. But I think that 9-6 is more realistic because I just think that Ready to Die started so much stronger to me than it was written. And I think it was dope. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's what's impressive about it was written though. If you think about the affirmative action, the setup, Black Girl Lost, Suspect, Shootouts, Live Nigga Rap, The Fight to Rule the World, and Silent Murder. That's a crazy ending. Big and Biggie started Ready to Die with Things Done Changed, Give Me the Loot, Machine Gun Funk, Warning, Ready to Die, One More Chance. The what? I mean, yo. So again, man, both legendary albums. You know what I'm saying? I like to do my stuff in the way the albums are originally sequenced. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of the way I look at it. I don't believe in the whole, like I said yesterday on episode 39, the whole age thing. I don't subscribe to that. I don't believe in that. Music is a timepiece. Some of it might sound futuristic, like I said about Cuban Links. Some of it might sound very dated, like El Cool J Radio. Doesn't take anything away from the potency of the album. Now, yes, um, there's probably 2 years in between the recording these two albums, but that doesn't mean anything because at the end of the day, the average, a lot of people, maybe off Twitter, if they listen to Unbelievable, I promise you, people think Unbelievable is better than almost every song on It Was Written. I'm talking about not Nas Fanatics. Even though Nas is my favorite MC, I'm still more in the middle when I'm comparing. So take the Nas Fanatics out. Ask the average hip hop head who love Nas and Big and love East Coast hip hop, for example, if what songs on It Was Written is better than Unbelievable. How many songs? So let's talk for a second. How many songs on It Was Written is better than Unbelievable? How many songs on It Was Written is better than Everyday Struggle? How many songs It Was Written is better than Warning and Machine Gun Funk? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just curious. Same way somebody might ask, well, how many songs on Ready to Die is better than I Gave You Power? What, I mean, probably not many. Lyrically, maybe none. But as a song constructed, I mean, I might pick Unbelievable over it. You know what I'm saying? As far as, and the Ready to Die title track or Everyday Struggle. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So that's my point. You know what I mean? Now, again, Nas was rapping at some of the highest level of rapping you can potentially ask for on It Was Written. You know, just like you said, one of the most creative LPs ever to hit stores. You know what I'm saying? He was on one. And y'all know that I have articles, the disrespect of It Was Written on Instadome.com. I wrote this article years ago and I post it periodically. I've done various posts about It Was Written because I love it. It's a classic to me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about revisionist history. I'm talking about in 1996, I said that Nas was better than Biggie and Pac and Jay-Z. And Jay-Z was new though, but I'm just saying I said that in 96. I got friends on Twitter who have retweeted and said, yeah, Tony did say that in college. You know what I'm saying? So this is nothing new to me. I love It Was Written, but we're not gonna change hip hop history, and we're not gonna act like Ready to Die didn't do what Ready to Die did. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Puff picked One More Chance, and Big Papa made remixes because he's smart, along with Juicy. You know what I'm saying? He had to get cats on the radio and in the club. That was smart. But Ready to Die was a street banger. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. That's what it is. So we're not gonna change hip hop history and that like Biggie didn't come, you know what I'm saying, after Death Row, you know what I'm saying, after the Chronic, Doggy Style, Above the Rim soundtrack. all this shit that was going on with Sugar, and Dr. Dre killing the rap game. You know what I'm saying? Even when 36 Chambers came out, Midnight Marauders came out, they dropped the Doggy Style. You know what I'm saying? Then, like I said, they had Murder Was the Case. You know, the Above the Rim soundtrack. Then Dog Food, well, later, whatever. But Biggie and Puff were Ready to Die, not just because of the singles, but in the streets, cats rock with Biggie. We're gonna act like some stuff didn't happen. Yes, they was playing them joints in the clubs and on the radio. But y'all not finna tell me I got family in New York too. I'm not just, I'm in North Carolina. I got family in New York. I used to go to New York a lot. Cats was playing Biggie in the streets, on the corner, in Brooklyn, in Queens, in all over the place. They was playing Ready to Die. They was playing Machine Gun Funk, Unbelievable, Ride By in the Car, Everyday Struggle. Biggie had the streets and the clubs when Ready to Die came out. They shifted hip hop back to the East. We're not, Illmatic didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Ready to Die did that. Keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're not gonna act like Biggie was just some regular cat and Ready to Die was it was cool, it was good. You know, I saw some of these cats on Twitter today, yesterday, trying to downplay Ready to Die. No. So even when I did this track listing, had a 9-6 Ready to Die over, it was written. That's just what I'm saying, man. You know, but that's what we're gonna end it at, good people. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for tuning in. Episode 40, the Dome Podcast. Peace, one love.